howdy, hey, welcome back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who is all about that Disney life. The next movie we will be talking about is The Muppet Christmas Carol, which came out in 1992. So let's get to know this cast. Michael Caine was Ebenezer Scrooge. Edward Sanders, Theo Sanders, Christopher Milnes, Russell Martin, and Ray Coulthard were all young Scrooge. Stephen McIntosh was Fred. Meredith Braun was Belle. Robin Weaver was Clara. Jessica Fox was the voice of the Ghost of Christmas Past, and David Shaw Parker was the voice of Old Joe. Now, those were just the live actors. Now we move on to the cast of the Muppet performers. Dave Gozell was the Great Gonzo, Waldorf, Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, and Bettina Cratchit. Steve Whitmire was Kermit the Frog, Rizzo the Rat, Beaker, Bean Bunny, and Belinda Cratchit. Frank Oz was Miss Piggy, Fozzie Bear, Sam Eagle, George the Janitor, and Animal. Jerry Nelson was Robin the Frog, Lou Zealand, Statler, Ma Bear, and the Ghost of Christmas Present. David Ruman was Peter Cratchit, Old Joe, just the puppeteering part only, and the Swedish Chef. Louise Gold was Mrs. Dilber. Karen Prell was the Ghost of Christmas Past, but just as a puppeteer only. Robert Tigner was the Ghost of Christmas Past, but a puppeteer only, and the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come as a puppeteer only. William Todd Jones was the Ghost of Christmas Past as a puppeteer only, and Don Austin was the Ghost of Christmas Present, the in-suit performer, and the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, an in-suit performer. Now we move on to the facts all about this classic story, but Muppet style. Number 1, the production. Following Jim Henson's death in May of 1990, talent agent Bill Haber approached Henson's son Brian with the idea of filming an adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Writer Jerry Jewell was hired to write the script and decided to insert Charles Dickens as the stand-in narrator in order to remain faithful to the original material. After the script was submitted for approval to ABC, the executives of Walt Disney Pictures offered to purchase the script for a feature film instead of a television release, which is what ABC wanted to do at the time. Number 2, the filming. Filming took place at the Shepperton Studios in England. During the filming, in order to allow for the Muppets and the human actors to be in the same shots, floors had to be removed and reinserted, with Michael Caine having to walk across narrow planks between the Muppets and their performers. The buildings in the London street scenes were built by hand, diminished in size in order to achieve the appearance that the streets were relatively longer. Number 3, the release and the box office. A Muppet Christmas Carol was released in the United States on December 11th, 1992 by Buena Vista Pictures Distribution. Walt Disney Pictures had high expectations for the movie to be a big success. The movie opened in 6th place. It made $5.9 million in box office estimates. It made a total of $27.3 million in North America. Number 4, awards and nominations. At the Fana Festival, A Muppet Christmas Carol won for Best Direction. At the Grammys, A Muppet Christmas Carol was nominated for Best Musical Album for Children, but it lost to Aladdin. And at the Movie Guide Awards, this movie won for Best Movie for Families. Number 5, bonus facts. This is the first of the Muppet movies in which the focus of the story revolves around characters played by live actors. Miss Piggy, Scooter, and Gonzo were going to play the Christmas spirits, but it was decided that it would detract from the ominous effects the spirits would need to convey. A Muppet Christmas Carol is the only version that doesn't include a scene of Scrooge's sister when Scrooge and his sister were children. Near the end of the movie, Scrooge and company pass a store called Mickle White's that was named after Michael Caine because his real name is Maurice Micklewhite. This was the first Muppet movie to be directed by Brian Henson, and the opening credits include a tribute to Jim Henson and fellow puppeteer Richard Hunt. Number 6, deleted scenes. The song When Love Is Gone was going to be part of the movie, but it was dropped from the theatrical release of the movie after being shown to test audiences. It wasn't until the movie was released on home video that the song was put back in. 2 additional songs were written for the movie, but they weren't used. One song was called Room in Your Heart, and it was going to be sung by Bunsen and Beaker. The second song was called Chairman of the Board, and it was going to be sung by Sam Eagle, and both songs were written by Paul Williams. Those songs never made it into production, and they were never filmed, but the songs were included on the movie's soundtrack album. And there you have it, all the facts to A Muppet Christmas Carol. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and don't forget to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.